much easier to find things that were just genuinely positive. Here we go.
Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. I started a new playlist and series called Community Concerns because I have more time to research. If you missed past week installments, the playlist could be started much like a podcast for when you're stuck in traffic or doing something like bathing your dog with tomato juice after they were hit by a skunk. Consider bookmarking it and checking in every once in a while to get caught up to date with what the community is talking about. And if you find it fun, please do me a favor and share it with your friends or org mates. Today is the 15th of February 2022. I do try to do these on Tuesdays, and I try to choose threads that are well presented and have good banter back and forth. It's up to you to comment your comments here in the comments to let me know how I can make this better. Let's begin. Rogan asked about pointless murder. They went on to say that they do understand that CIG is building a PvP MMO, but they're worried that the PU will fail to live up to its potential as a game. They said a scenario where they're mining and minding their own business. The onboard computer announces contact, and then they're killed in a matter of seconds. No demands, no game loops to play out, and no piracy activity. Just death. They reset, rebuild, and respawn. They try again, and it happens all over again. The penalty for this activity must be set too low as it happens all the time, and they're worried that many new players will simply experience this and choose to go play something else. Pompina said that all ships have guns, so use them. But that sounds like a really poor reply, as a prospector versus even an Aurora LN will have only one outcome. I found most of the replies in this thread to be really frustrating because they simply said, you have fists, you have pistols, you are safe, so get good. Others provided a better answer that Stanton isn't really a safe place and nobody ever said it would be. Still others got closer to the actual answer that the systems designed to offer the counter gameplay to stop murder are still missing. It's alpha, and despite being frustrated, there's no loss other than your time as it's all resettable anyways. And the final nugget was that someone asked the OP, why are they doing solo mining in an MMO designed to be played as a team? Do you feel that the current MMO is broken, and are you upset that half of the systems are preventing the more casual gamer to want to play? Do you think this kill culture will become the norm even after Quanta and other subsystems are going to be added? Comment in the comments. Next, Captain Captain Dude Bro 69 said that they finally saw starcitizen. I was worried that this might be an alt account posting some positive propaganda, and I did some research about the join date, past posting, and other indicators to see if it was legit. Things seemed to check out, so we continue with the post. They said that they just spent some time in Xenothreat with a friend and that they had the best gaming experience of their life. They noted that it was a fleet battle feeling like you would see in a movie. They did some bounty hunting missions. They were attacked when doing cargo loading, which became a medical rescue mission as some people got wounded. Mission success, fireworks from the Idris, and a positive experience without a glitch or a single issue. Then they spoke about the 890 jump mission, and they ended by saying that they're finally excited for Star Citizen and that they believe that it will become the best game ever made. I'm going to say before we go further that it is my belief that we're all here for that same reason, right? Because we all believe that the goal and end state is worth the journey and investment. There were 27 replies from the community. They were all wishing thanks for the story and sentiments. Others posted positive experience, and I decided to highlight this today because it's not all bad. It's not all drama and salt. There are people out there who are seeing the game for the first time, and it's important for us veterans who are used to seeing it all the time to step back one level and see it as a whole, not just as the deltas. It's linked in the description. Do you have a similar experience, and do you feel this way when it all works as it should? Comment in the comments. Next, Crows posted a thread called Roadmap and the goal to share their view as a person who works in the industry. They said there needs to be a deadline in any industry. They are aware of the fluid design, they are aware of setbacks, and they acknowledge that it's very hard to forecast 4 quarters out and be accurate. The point was that the community would have been fine with the removal of the roadmap if deadlines were met at least sometimes. Basically, meaning that the roadmap itself doesn't matter if it's likely to be constantly wrong anyways. They posted a list of 12 things that are on the screen for you right now, things that are major components on the road to release that are troublesome and worrying to them. Without going deeper into that post, they said that all aspects of software development are driven by deadlines, and you can't make meaningful progress without one. Just to be clear, just because we're not shown what the deadlines are doesn't mean there aren't any. They said quite correctly that if the checkout process of the store system was busted, it would be fixed in minutes, but T-posing and other persistent issues are allowed to propagate from patch to patch. None of that makes sense to them, and this thread ended up being closed after 347 replies. Privateer posted a meme that he's right, getting 154 upvotes. Bob then jokingly posted that for the first 6 years of development, CIG was just making the studio, so we need not worry because they're actually just starting development. There were some insults back and forth as expected. Hawk S then posted that there's a general issue with the thread that none of the people posting opinions actually work for CIG and are actually making the game we're talking about. They said that there was a clear shift towards squadrons and it would be nice if we were actually told more about what's going on. Padding the roadmap for marketing is what they felt was happening, and they think it was worked to boost sales, but then they also said that people must like what they're seeing or they would have stopped paying by now. They said it might be time to address some of the silly bugs that we see from patch to patch as it would improve the credibility even more. Neglecting the PU to work on Squadron could have some damaging effects as more people come to check out the project, because the PU is the only part that they can see. I found it interesting even if I needed to push through some of the banter. Again, I do this to see what others are talking about to help me get a wider understanding of the issues. So what are your thoughts? Is it super critical to dump everything to get Squadron 42 out the door? Is it actually smart to release that when there's so much that needs to be done to the PU? Could this backfire in the long term? Comment your comments in the comments. Next, posted that CIG needs to rethink their priorities. They pointed out that paying $400 for a concept ship does not mean that that ship won't get delayed. They observed that new ships are coming out while legacy ships that have been concept for 6 or more years are still missing from the tracker. They said that CIG seems to have a sort of gambling problem that they don't know how to stop. Selling something with no solid release plan, without a clear understanding of exactly what it's going to deliver, how it's going to be used, how the game mechanics will play out, and all of that seems to be disingenuous. They said it's time to put effort in the ships that were sold instead of ships that can be sold. I like this post because I agree that if the company only sold ships once the backlog was mostly clear, it would greatly improve optics, because it's a little bit like printing more money when there's no gold to back it up. RSW commented that they felt it was a little bit shady that the hover quad was released straight to flight before the X1 that we need for the 400i that was actually sold many years ago. Others mentioned the Endeavor, and to be fair, I don't actually think that that specific ship should be worked on yet. There are about 5 different game loops that are missing plus modularity. So why? Comment if you'd be okay with releasing it as an incomplete ship like the Starfarer, or do you think it's fine to hold back the Endeavor? J3PT posted what I basically said about the Endeavor, but with a further list of concepts that have no mechanics associated with them. They said that it makes sense that these are not being worked on. That post got 31 upvotes, and I have that thread posted up for you. It's a fun read with some civilized debate. Knowing that ships pay for the game, are you currently happy with the rate of the concepts? Would you like them to sell more concepts more frequently, or do you think it's time to focus on clearing out the backlog? Comment in the comments. I'm going to end on a simple post from Humbug that posted that it's not the community's fault for being disappointed if the company spends years posting what will be released and then misses all the deadlines. They said, stop making promises you can't keep, and that would fix the roadmap issue, as it would be a list of progress rather than a constant reminder that things aren't being done. Although that does seem to make sense, but in the context of this game, JP3T made comments that have merit. CIG posts a plan, and they say specifically that the plan can be moved. We look at the plan and are satisfied, the plan moves exactly as was said, and then we look at that plan as a failure. Rinse, repeat. Again, I like this thread because its perspective is sound. Although the wording of CIG Jake's post was a flaming bag of dog shit, the idea might be seen as sound. We seem to not be able to be trusted, or at least, let me make this into a question. When CIG puts a disclaimer that things will be pushed back and gives us information, do you feel that they're correct, that we don't read the caveats? Can we not collectively be trusted with any kind of information? Comment in the comments. And that's it. A very good week. I wanted to remind you that I do stream live Tuesday and Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on noobifier Competition. Your support there would be greatly appreciated. Also, the German channel Der Noobifier is up and running again, making my content in German. Proof has been working very hard lately, and it would mean a bunch to me if you'd go over there and support him by watching. Share this video and spread it with others to get the word around. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.